I'm just going to demonstrate last week's class, turning using three or four individual photos and combining them to make one photo out of them. So I've already started up GIMP. I've got my tool options and layers over on the right hand side, and all my other tools, all the tools are on the left hand side. So I'm just going to go File and Open. These are the flowers I'm using. Hold down the Control key and then select whichever files that you want to use. I'll select, hang on, I'll unselect. I'll select blue flower, blue rose, um, and I'll start again. I'll select the blue flower, hold down the Control key, and then select blue rose, red flower, and yellow flower, and open. So it opens all those. This image here, that was a completed image, so I'll get rid of that by selecting that, clicking the little cross. Now I've got three separate photos which you can swap in between them up here. How I'm going to combine all those photos, instead of going to a photo and then going edit, copy, and then going over to another one and going edit, paste, I'm going to use a new method where I'm just dragging and dropping. So I'm going to grab this blue flower and hold the mouse key down, drag it over to this far one, the yellow one, and then just drag it down there and then just let go of the mouse key, and you can see now over on the right hand side the blue flower becomes a layer along with the yellow flower that was already there. We can only see the blue one because it's on top. Next I'm going to go back and click on this red rose, hold the mouse key down, drag it again over to the right image that we're using. Was that the one we're using, or is it back here? Over here, drop that, and now that I've dropped it, you can see we've got three images, three layers, and the red one's on top now, and that's just my little recording icon. So if I clicked on the bottom flower, the one is right at the back, I can make it show by going down here to these arrows here, and I'll click on the up arrow until it's at the top, which makes it go to the front. It's in the middle, now it's gone to the top, and you can see now we can see the yellow flower. If I wanted to bring the blue flower up to the top, click on the blue layer, go down here and click on this the green up arrow, and now the blue one's on top. Now what I want to do is I want to make it so that all three of these photos or images, which are also called layers, are showing, and I want a background to be I want them all to be placed on a background color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click down here on a new layer, click. I've just made a new layer over here. Well, I'm about to make a new layer, and I've called it, you can type in here, you know, like my flower background layer, or my background layer, and I want the you can choose a layer fill type. I'm going to choose white. I've got white selected, so I'll click OK, and now I've made a new white layer, but that layer is it's the same size as all these other layers. I want it to be much bigger so that I can put all my flowers onto this layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up, make sure you've got the background. Sorry, I double click that. You can double click it to rename it. I've got that selected already, the background layer, which is white, and I'm going to go up here to I think it's now I'll make it image, which is where we'll find the canvas size. I've clicked on canvas size. I'm also going to click this chain link here, and so that if I make the width, if I change the width, the height will change with it, or if I change the height will change with it. If I unselected that chain link, well then only you could just change just the height or just the width. But I'm going to link them together, so if I change one, they both change. And I'm going to make that the width, I'm going to increase it about 4 times, no, about 3 times. I'll make it 600. Hit the tab key, and we can see that how much we've grown our canvas size. So there's our that's our layer, our background layer I'm moving around, and we can see how much the image, the canvas size has been changed. So I'll just leave it up there in the corner for now and click resize, and we can see part of a blue flower behind it showing through. But I'm also now going to go to layer, and I'm going to make layer to image size. That means this white layer is going to increase. Um, Now the white layer is actually the whole size of that image. If you want to make it all white, just use the bucket tool and click in here, and now we've got a huge big canvas, and the layer is also the same size as the canvas, and it's all white. And I'll put that in the middle, and if you look over to your right here, whoops, sorry, if you look over to your right, you'll see that these are all my layers. These 3 flower layers are all fairly small layers. You can tell by this little outline here how big the layer is, and we can also tell that our white layer is at the top, and it's covering all the other layers because they're all behind it. Because if they're underneath, then they're behind. What I'm going to do is leave that top layer selected, the white layer, but I'm going to go down. I want the white layer to be at the bottom, so that all the flowers will be showing. I'll go down the bottom here, and this will make the layer drop. Every time I click this down button, this down arrow, it will move the layer down one. So now it's down behind the blue rose, behind the yellow, behind the red. And I'm going to use my move tool now to move the flowers around. Move tool there. I'll go up here to this blue rose, make sure that layer is selected, and I'll move it to the side. Now I'm going to select the next layer, the yellow rose, and I'm going to move it. And now I'm going to select the red rose, and I'm going to move it. And because the red, say just for an example, the red layer is selected, when I go over here with my move tool, I don't have to click on the red tool and make it move. I can click on the yellow, but actually the red layer is the layer that's selected, and that's why it's the red, because the red rose layer is selected, the red rose is moving. I'll just demonstrate that again. I'll click on the top layer, which contains the blue rose, and I'll use my move tool anywhere, and you'll see that that layer is the one that's moving. Hang on, I want to move my red. Click on the red layer so I can move things around. So just to finish off, just try that. Try moving those layers around, those roses around, and getting used to making an image size. Increasing the canvas size and making the whole of the canvas white. And when you're happy with your image, you can just go to image and then flatten image, and then you'll see over here on the right hand side. Now we've only got one image, one layer. All those images have been combined together, and that's the finish of that.